Want to test your tracks in the club or send it to a label? Here's a simple do-it-yourself mastering chain to get your tracks loud. What is mastering? Mastering is the final stage in your music production. It's where we make sure that your mix translates across different speakers. We make sure that it hits hard in the club and sounds professional. Disclaimer, before mastering, you have to make sure that your track is fully mixed down and that it doesn't peak over -6 dB. It gives your mastering plugins room to work cleanly without any distortion or clipping. So let's get into it. The first thing you want to do is loop the climax section of your track, where all the instruments are playing. This is without the mastering chain in the climax section. I want you to note that in the master channel, you can see that we're peaking at about -6 dB. So we have enough headroom to master this track. Step 1. I'm going to be using an EQ to cut everything below 30 Hz. These super low frequencies just cause rumble, and they don't translate well in the clubs. They can be muddy in the low end. Removing them tightens up the low end. Put a high pass filter and move it to 30 Hz. In the high end frequency, you could remove up to 20,000 Hz as we can't hear past that. So that also eats up headroom. Next, we're going to be using an OTT. And the OTT stands for over the top. It's a multi-band compressor that boosts quiet details and gently compresses the loud ones. I use it at 25% to give the mix a little bit more energy and brightness without sounding too squashed. Step number 3, we're going to be using a glue compressor. And this will smooth things out and taming some peaks in the mix. So I'm going to be aiming for about like 2 to 4 gain reduction. It will make everything feel more glued together and consistent. So I set the attack to 3 because I want the transients to pass through, and with a release of 0.2 and a ratio of 2. I gave it a little bit of makeup gain, about 4 dB. Let's do with and without. We can actually bring this makeup gain a little bit lower than that, about like 2 dBs, because this needle isn't even reaching about 4. Next on the chain, saturation. And I'm going to be using Ableton's saturator with the preset a bit warmer. Saturation adds harmonics, making the track feel louder and more full without actually boosting the volume. We'll do a with and without. Also note that I'm only giving it about 8% dry wet. So I'm not saturating the track too much, just to give it a little bit more warmth. Step number 5, we're going to add another EQ, but we're going to remove the side information below 150 Hz. So the low end should be mono, and if there's any stereo information below 150 Hz, it will sound weak or phasey on club systems. So I'm going to be using FabFilter's Pro Q3 to remove the side information below 150 Hz. So the way to do that is create a filter, and we have an option here, and what we want to do is click on side, and let's move this to 150 Hz. So I'm going to press this headphone icon here, and you'll be able to hear what we're going to be removing. And last, step number 6, the limiter. This is where we get loud. I'm going to be using FabFilter Pro L, but you can use any limiter as you wish. And I'm going to increase the gain so our song can sound loud. But I'm going to look at the gain reduction here, and I'm aiming for about -5 dB because I don't want our song to sound too squashed. this limiter, it shows you all the gain reductions. And as I was pushing up the gain, I had so much headroom to the point I wasn't even clipping yet. So if you mix correctly, you should have all this headroom to push the track even louder. So here, I saw a gain reduction about like -3 decibels. From there, I was okay because I want to keep some dynamics. I didn't want my track to sound brick wall limited. Let's hear this track with and without the mastering chain. This do-it-yourself chain is great for club testing and sending demo-ready tracks to labels. Once your track is finalized and is getting picked up, I would recommend sending your track to a professional mastering engineer for the final release. Hey you, if you're looking to improve your productions and finish more music, make sure you hit the link in the bio, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya!